in the theaters this month. We got a film that only opened in 37 theaters, but grossed almost as much as the next movie on the charts that opened in 700. So,
hey, South Central, you're OG Killer Bobby.
There you go.
You're OG Killer Bobby Johnson. A new car for Ray Ray. Put that potato on it. Oh my God, South Central is the movie.
It was it's a tough movie.
Yeah,
the 90s did very good with this genre of movie, though. They made some very good movies.
Yeah.
Off of the, you can say off of the strength of Boys in the Hood, you legitimize these movies. I don't know what kind of genre.
What do you call this? I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't want to say urban, but I mean,
you know, South Central. I guess sort of just that's the genre. Like you'd call like you'd call some things a mafia movie. This is it's not a gang movie. It's not really.
Would you call it a gangster movie?
This is a gang. Yeah, this is totally a gang movie.
Yeah, would you call this a gangster movie or?
And it's a gang movie, but yeah, it's gangster. It's gangster. Yeah, it's totally a gang movie.
What's this?
You're OG Killer Bobby Johnson? OG Bobby Johnson. That was the scene, bro. I wanted to be him so bad.
What's this guy's name?
I don't know.
This
I don't know either.
I've seen him.
They're both good actors.
Seen him in too many things to not know his name.
With successful careers, but I don't know their names.
Put the gun down. Am I watching? Is this a trailer? For goodness sake! Let's just give me the Cliff Notes version of this.
Yeah, this is horrible. It's the entire end of the movie. Like this. Seriously, the end of the movie.
Yeah, either the previews were terrible in the 90s.
That was listed as a trailer, just for what it's worth.
Yeah, the trailers, or these people are making their own trailers and posting them.
Yeah, that was
I like my trailers to leave a little bit out. But hey,
something to the imagination.
Spoiler alert!
Always leave them wanting more.
I'm doing spoilers for 92 movies. Here we have Matthew Broderick, who I'm a big fan of.
You are a big fan, or
yeah? Oh yeah, I think he's great. He's great. Ferris Bueller.
Yeah.
You know, from there, just a decent career. You know,
Decent career. He's not bad.
Trying to think of the name of the movie with him and Reese Witherspoon. Election or something like that. That's a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one. He's the teacher.
Yeah.
And he's married to who we talked about last week, Sarah Jessica Parker.
Oh, yes. Hey, John C. Reilly. Wow, that's a young...
What movie is this?
This is called Out on a Limb. I've never seen it.
Yeah, I remember.
But again, not to take anything away from this movie, but big props to South Central, which grossed, I mean, within a few $100 as much as Out on a Limb, being released in 650 less theaters. So impressive.
Sure. Yeah, that one had a decent cast.
It is September, so October is upon us, and I almost didn't include this one, but this is probably going to be my only chance to reference the Hellraiser movies. So
this was a good one. This is one of the first. I mean, it wasn't. I didn't hate it either. That was one of the first horror movies I went to the theater and saw in a long time. My first one, Child's Play, but I don't think I went to the theater and watched another one until this.
I never saw any of these in the theater. I've seen one of these ever. Couldn't even tell you which one. Something between 2 and 4. Creepy movies. Those Cenobites or whatever that his minions that come after people. Those are super creepy.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen this entire movie.
You said you haven't, or you have?
No, I'm not too big on the horror genre though.
I'm not big on. I like suspense and creepy stuff, but anything that's like gory or whatever you'd call this genre,
God, I
usually stay away from it.
Yeah, I don't like watching people get hurt.
Yeah, we went to the movies and watched it.
Yeah, these things,
I remember
these creepy nightmare things.
Did you go to the movies with us and watch this, Daniel?
Definitely not. I wouldn't have been able to handle that.
Yeah, I know me and Derek went.
This
and
would
I'm
have
pretty
been.
sure
This was
of
like a year before we met.
who
Anyway,
we went with. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. This is the year before we met. But Derek and I went. We met some girls.
Man, this is a rated R trailer. It's just too graphic for.
The movie was wild. It was unnerving for me that night going to sleep. I do remember that. It was unnerving for a while. That DVD or that CD thing where the guy gets impaled with the CDs was kind of a problem for me.
I've met Clive Barker, and he is simultaneously super cool, super charismatic, and super like you get these weird vibes from him, like creepy vibes the whole time, like you've met the devil himself or something when you meet him.
That's like sure.
Yeah.
Billy Crystal, I love, bro.
Mr.
Billy
Saturday
Crystal
Night is the name of this.
Little Wrong.
True.
I've never seen this, but
I don't think I have either.
I remember when it came up.
Yeah, I remember the trailer.
Yeah, I thought he was like just useless to my life, and I would never find.
You have to grow
City
up a little
Slickers.
to appreciate him, don't you?
Maybe.
City Slickers was good the first, when we were teenagers.
Yep, that was my introduction to him. So I've liked him since being a teenager because of City Slickers.
He was,
and then that allowed me to give other movies a chance, which I love. And where Harry Met Sally is in my top.
I was actually just about to go there, like when Harry Met Sally's getting all this reverence back then, and I watch it and I'm like, this is the most boring movie I've ever seen ever.
Right.
But that's as a 12 or 13-year-old, I feel that way. I've actually never revisited it. So
is that right?
Yeah. So may feel.
Yeah, I've got no problem sitting through When Harry Met Sally with anyone. It doesn't have to be Amy. I say that fully knowing that it's a romantic movie. I'll sit down and with a big bottle of wine and some popcorn and watch that shit. Watch it with you. I love that movie.
Well, let's do it.
It's my New Year's Day movie. I love it.
Is it? All right.
Sally. It is a genius. I think a genius romantic comedy. Nothing better. No romantic comedy is better.
Wow. Big talk. I'm gonna have to give it a shot.
Yeah.
Not even You Got Mail?
I was about to say, with all due respect to Tom Hanks, not a single one of those movies. Billy Crystal is the king of romantic comedies to me. When Harry Met Sally, Forget Paris, and
The Princess Bride?
No.
It is a romantic comedy, and it does have Billy Crystal.
Fair enough. There's another one. But whatever, I love Billy Crystal. So I'll watch Mr. Saturday Night at some point.
Here's a movie with the worst last few lines in all of movie history.
I remember this. What is this, man? He plays for Harvard.
Brendan Fraser is the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Right.
Oh, there's that guy. There's going to be some shenanigans from him. I didn't realize this movie's setting was so,
Oh, this is the one we were just talking about.
Yeah, we talked about it last week. It's supposed to be, like, just terrible. and something about the ending of it is not good, based on the 1-star reviews.
That guy, I have seen this. This is a good cast. That other guy who plays the leader of the white racist in Higher Learning, he's a good actor also.
I keep feeling like there's going to be a twist here somewhere, right? Like
that's it right there, I think, right?
Why wouldn't St. Luke's have taken him?
Because he's Jewish. That's what it was. Yeah, I remember that.
That's right. We got to talking
about. I totally
about.
Remember this movie.
Like what? He's Jewish, but I like.
Oh, we did talk about this. We totally did. I 100% remember this movie. Seeing it now.
And it doesn't it like just feed right into our conversation about like how weird it was to be well, you know, how weird it is to be racist, period, but how white people could be racist against Jewish people.
Right.
What is almost undiscernible half the time, in my
Is
opinion.
Brendan Fraser a Jew for real?
Maybe not. It may, if he's not, then that would maybe clear
Cultural appropriation. I totally remember this. That's funny.
How can 20-year-olds at university be this racist against anyone?
Oh, that's totally a thing because they're taught that by their parents.
I know, but it's like
Racism
you don't
is-
even,
oh,
you
you
don't
know
even.
it,
Yeah, I know, but you know what I'm saying. Like you don't even have any
Yeah.
life experience to base this racism on.
Right.
Like it's fueled by absolute nothing. Here's a movie
And,
that was
the problem
well,
is
that,
that
which
life
is
experience
yeah.
cures it.
Right. That's true. That's true. And that's really the only cure for it in most cases, isn't it? This was a big deal, I remember, and I've never seen it. It was, you know, blah
What's
blah
his name?
blah,
I'm not
like
sure.
romantic. Bridget Fonda, Matt Dillon.
That's Bridget Fonda. Okay.
Yeah. So, who was just in the theaters last month in A Single White Female, right?
Maybe. I don't know. What's
Yeah, Bridget Fonda and Jennifer Jason Leigh, right?
Yeah. Man, they needed a new generation of leading ladies, is what this is telling
What is
me.
this?
This is Singles, which is
Okay.
like the punk rock alternative to When Harry Met Sally, I believe.
Yeah, no, this mess looks corny.
Isn't this great?
Speaking of corny,
Open ocean, uncharted islands. Who knows what's waiting for us out
just a
there?
little Kurt Russell for you. Oh, and it doesn't get any cornier than
Oh,
anything with
good.
Martin Short.
I'm good.
Let's hear the Harvey
You can pass on Captain Ron.
Oh, that is Captain Ron. That's totally Captain Ron.
My thing is, and forgive me if you guys are a fan, I'm just not a Martin Short fan.
I'm not a Martin Short fan, and I could care less about Kurt Russell. I don't dislike him, but I'm definitely not a Martin.
I feel like I'm like Kurt Russell. I'm just, to me, is just living on Big Trouble in Little China, being what I remember a fun movie.
Sure.
But this is also, I don't do good with like there's a movie like this, like Money Pit with Tom Hanks, like that movie where Ben Stiller and Drew Barrymore are like living. Oh, Duplex is the name of the movie. Any of those movies where it's like the lead character is just having nothing but anxiety.
Where bad things keep happening
Like,
to him.
I start feeling it, and I can't
So
I can't
funny.
laugh, I can't have fun with it. All I can do is just be like anxious and miserable for them.
You got
That's why I
Bill-
can't watch Ben Stiller movies. I can't watch any Ben Stiller movies.
because he's just awkward and a tragic case the entire time, and your empathy won't allow you to.
Yeah. I can't laugh at him. I'm just like feeling so terrible. I'm like, please, I can't take it anymore.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I can't handle it. There's some things that I can't handle like that, where I have to turn it off and go back to it all the time. That happens to me a lot with that show Curb Your Enthusiasm. I swear I pause it 2 or 3 times an episode where I'm just too embarrassed to go on.
This LTX-71 concealable mic is part of the same system that NASA
When you think of computer hackers,
moon landings. Work for them. Should be
there are a couple names that really come to mind. Robert Redford and Dan Aykroyd are probably a couple of those names.
carrying to Sever Master Circuit.
This is a movie about those names in computer hacking called Sneakers.
Oh yeah, totally. Not to be confused with Slither, which I used to confuse all the time back in the day,
That would be
for whatever reason.
a quite a mix-up.
It is quite a mix-up, because I want to say that's how I ended up watching Slither the first time.
Slither's like an erotic thriller, isn't it?
Hell yeah, it is.
Well, you were probably much better off for watching Slither.
I'm going to say I was definitely much better off, because there was a tool that's in my tool belt that came directly from that movie.
Oh, we'll have to learn about this at some point.
Sure to come up at some point. That's what she said.
Oh my god. And your number one movie of September 1992.
Speaking of cultural appropriation.
would be thinking of it in Boston.
Frontier is the only land available to people. Out here, they're beholden to none.
Who is any of these people?
As a new land was being carved out of an untamed frontier.
Oh my gosh. I think the silence between the three of us just really expresses the level of
Lack of interest.
level of boredom that we have for this kind of movie.
Yes. Might as well just go watch somebody fly fish.
Okay, so
I'll just play Dino
fully
City.
honest, I've watched it. I didn't hate it. I've watched it and I didn't hate it.
It was 3 hours long before 3-hour movies were cool.
I got wasted one night. I remember like being wasted, laying in my bedroom back when I would like have it. Wasted in my bedroom watching this movie. I have a clear memory of me like with my back against the bed, sitting through this movie.
Did it make it any better?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Like I said, I'll sit there with my cigar, and my drink, and watch movies. You know what I mean? Whatever. Or grab a bottle of wine. This would have been right around the time I was getting it. So let's say early 2000s, around 2003, I probably watched this. She's really pretty.
She is really pretty. And that's all I've got to say about that.
That's all I got to say about that. Yeah, for sure.
This week's one-star review is brought to you by Crystal Pepsi. Have you ever wondered how bad soda water could taste? The fine people at Pepsi did. I imagine the board meetings were going something like this. Coke is kicking our butt at everything. What if we try a gimmicky clear soda? We can make some catchy advertisements, and the kids will eat it up because it'll be new and cool. It has to work better than New Coke did, right? Crystal Pepsi's commercial used the Van Halen song Right Now, which was fitting because if you didn't go buy one right now, they might be gone tomorrow. Crystal Pepsi, the taste of no generation.
So, how many times did you try it? I feel like someone was a fan. Somebody in our circle was a fan.
I'm gonna go in the neighborhood of several. Like,
I kept trying it, thinking it would get better. But I didn't miss it when it was gone.
I'm gonna be that weirdo that says I liked it.
I'm gonna say like multiple people liked it.
But
I've never been a cola guy. Like I wasn't a cola guy at all back then. It was like orange sodas and peach sodas and grape sodas for me. Cola didn't happen until I got older.
They brought this back within the last couple of years, didn't they? For a brief time.
Sounds right.
I think.
Probably.
Yeah.
All right, runner. Crystal Pepsi. That was the thing.
Yeah.
Dropping in some water.
Related. I'm absolutely distraught that for Stranger Things season 3, Coke re-released New Coke, and as far as I know, you could only order it from a website or something. So I never got to try it, and I'm sure it's long gone by now.
I didn't get to try it either. It was way up high on my to-do list too. Like, I wish they would sell it or have a vending where you could taste it when you go to the Coke Museum in Atlanta, because I would keep going back to taste it.
I expected a run of it at Target.
Yeah, that should be a thing.
But no.
This week, trying a little bit different format, I'm going to give you guys 3 clues or 3 reviews. If you want, we can wait till we get all the way through the reviews before you guys make a guess. That way we get to hear all 3 reviews. And I tried to sort them so the reviews get a little bit more telling with each review, but each review should have some type of hint to help you guess what the movie is.
Cool.
Excellent. We're ready.
Okay.
Dominate.
Leonard D. said, pretty much the Bad News Bears of the 90s.
I'm ready at the end with my guess already.
You've already got a guess loaded.
Right.
All right. In another of his, this is from Gordon B. In another of his emotionally blistering performances, the lead actor plays a cynical grown-up whose cold heart is warmed by coaching a kids' sports team. Only this time it's hockey instead of baseball or soccer. or the 20 other times we've seen this stuff.
Go for it, Daniel.
Oh, we got one more review, but
We got
I've
one
got
more.
it.
All
Okay,
right.
we
All
got
right.
this one.
Okay. Yeah.
And you gotta let me read this because this is from my Pete reviewer, our good friend Justin O.
Justin O.
A nice, charming sports movie that definitely wasn't good enough to warrant 2 sequels and an actual NHL team.
Right.
Did they get an actual NHL team?
Anaheim.
Oh, wow.
Anaheim Ducks.
The Mighty Ducks. Emilio giving one of his
Yeah.
riveting performances.
Yeah. The
Cheers.
mighty Doug Man himself.
All right. So, Mighty Ducks, a movie that I think I've never seen. How about that?
I had some younger cousins. I didn't really get into this, but I had some younger cousins that they were 100% into this, to the point where they were buying hockey sticks and goals and playing in their backyard in the dirt.
0% ever. 0 times ever have I been interested in playing hockey. I don't think I've ever watched this.
I know I've watched at least the first one, but maybe only the first one.
I've seen pieces of it.
And
And maybe I
probably
have.
liked
I
it.
just didn't remember. I don't remember it.
I bet I
I mean-
liked it in 1992 or so or 1993 when I rented it. I'm sure I
Sure.
liked
You
it.
don't remember it as fondly as you remember Three Ninjas, though.
Ooh, that's a toss-up on which movie I'd rather watch between Mighty Ducks and
That
Three
is a good
Ninjas.
toss-up. How about that? Mighty Ducks or Three Ninjas? Which one would you rather?
Mighty Ducks.
Mighty Ducks, yeah.
Because it's
got-
cooler, or because you're genuinely in Mighty Ducks?
Because
Let's get-
I'm genuinely disinterested in Three Ninjas.
Sure. I don't have much argument.
All right. Our next review, our next movie, our reviewer Alex W. said, classic 90s action movie that wants to be Die Hard so bad. The lead in this movie lacks the personality or physicality of Bruce Willis, and he would never be allowed to take his shirt off in movies these days.
Well, we know who we're not talking about.
The actor playing the villain is having fun as a villain that's a precursor for his Two-Face. It's not so stupid that it's flat out bad, but it's never great, so it's not good to watch as a good or bad movie.
I gotta guess.
You gotta guess. All right.
Starts with an F.
Maybe the rating of the movie, but
Fair enough.
not the
Okay.
title of the movie.
All right. Cool. Okay. Good. That's all.
All right. So our next review is Xander K. Yes, so I watched this movie, enough of it at least, while on a bus traveling from Guatemala to El Salvador. It was dubbed into Spanish with English subtitles. It was pretty crappy. I mean, the villain is somewhat entertaining as a crazy villain, but the lead is the lead. And the Playboy girl has big fake boobies.
Playboy girl.
Now I have a guess.
You already got it. Okay.
All right, if you don't know
It's a
what it
shame
is,
that I got
now,
it because of that.
if you don't know what it is, I'm pretty sure Rod E is going to just slam the door on this one. You've got Busey, you've got Tommy Lee Jones, you've got Voodoo Child blasting, and you've got a topless woman jumping out of a cake.
Her name's
But at the
Erica
beginning-
Eleniak, by the way.
But at the beginning, middle, and end of the day, it's just a crappy Steven Seagal movie.
I still don't have it.
I know it. I'm so embarrassed that I know it all because of the girl jumping out of the cake. This movie is Under Siege.
Under Siege, that is correct.
All right. All right. The Harrison Ford thing still threw me because for whatever reason I had The Fugitive in my head.
It's Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah.
Wasn't he chasing
yeah,
him?
yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
he
They
was-
were in
he
that
was-
together. Yeah. So.
He was the Marshal, right?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
That's okay. Now I understand the fugitive. Yes, got it. Yeah.
I thought the Two-Face was going to give it away with the Batman.
Okay.
Yeah, Tommy Lee Jones was Two-Face in one of those later Batmans.
Yep. Absolutely. Yep. That's where I went to Fugitive. I just don't remember Under Siege. And it had a moment for a young Daniel.
Yeah.
Boing.
Man. The fact that I
I
still,
remember
27 years on, I still know Erica Eleniak's name.
I remember liking this movie when I first saw it. I think I've only seen it once or twice, but I'm wondering if I only like it because of the cake scene.
Oh, put the
Like-
scene on the screen because I don't remember it.
Oh yeah, you'll get taken off of YouTube if you put this scene on the screen.
Is
Well,
that right?
I'm gonna have to find a version of it on YouTube. And
Oh, did she get full on booby action
Oh,
happening?
in the movie, she's
Oh, yeah.
completely nude. Oh, there. See, there
Damn.
you get a idea. Let me give you an idea. Oh, was she on Baywatch?
Oh, that's her, the Baywatch chick.
Okay, that's her.
But yeah, she was like knocked unconscious or fell asleep or something in the cake and just pops out at some random time after the ship's already been taken over.
This must be from the. Yeah, there's Busey and Tommy Lee Jones. And a.
God.
All right.
She looks super uncomfortable, and it makes me uncomfortable watching. But I'm going to guess that maybe it was because she was on a boat and was having trouble, maybe? Or is this just acting from the movie? Yeah.
Oh wow, YouTube really went a little further than I expected with that. All right.
What?
We may have to black this out. There you go. Erica Aleniak. I love these camera angles. This is great.
Why don't I remember any of that? Like, I kind of remember her dancing in that cake.
That I only remember the cake scene, so whatever provocative film she went on to do after this.
Oh, is that not all from the same movie?
Nah, well, I mean, I don't remember anything
That's
other than the
Baywatch
cake from
I don't remember anything other than the cake either.
92. Daniel would have loved to have known about these other movies.
I don't know if I've ever actually seen this movie, so I don't know if you guys will guess it. It's a popular movie.
You don't know my life?
Scored high on the Rotten Tomato meter. So, Samfan R says, I rarely disagree with Tomato Meter, but here I've found the film boring. Maybe because I don't really dig period films, especially the acting style and direction. The cinematography is unarguably beautiful anyway.
Ugh, it's going to be one that I may not have ever seen based on this description.
Yeah. So let's see if Lissy D helps any. What an absolute snorefest. Nothing brilliant to talk about, with Pitt being the film's only redeeming feature.
Legends of the Fall.
Oh.
No, not Legends of the Fall. You're on the right track. All right. Katrina W. Very slow moving. I found it hard to see where it was going. It really meanders through a fairly uneventful life of two sons and their father hinged together on their love of fly fishing.
Legends
Brad's
of the
acting
Fall.
was great in this one.
A river runs through it.
A river runs through it. That is correct.
Okay, good. I was just going to guess the same thing again. Legends of the Fall. Because
Where
in
I
my
pulled
mind,
that
that's the
freaking
same
name
movie.
out of.
It's the same movie in my mind.
Yeah, I'm very impressed, Wes, because I wouldn't have been able to guess that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm not, yeah, okay, whatever. I've never seen it. Right? Random name, water from back then that maybe had Brad Pitt in it. Okay.
It's a movie
Cheers
about
to me.
fishing.
Give myself
Oh
a
my
gold star.
gosh.
Silver star. Yeah, I'm not watching a movie about fishing. Is that really what it's about? Then super slow?
right.
I'm good.
Yeah, it's about them fly fishing in a river.
Nah, I'm good.
No
I'm good.
thanks. I'll just play King Salmon.
Right? If I don't want to play a game about fishing.
So that was our 1-star review for the month of October 1992.